Hi, my name is Nigelargriffiths. I work in IBM Power Systems Advanced Technology Support in Europe. In this PowerVC movie, part 4, we're going to look at capturing virtual machines. I'm using PowerVC Standard Edition, so it has a HMC connected to it. We're going to create a pure virtual logical partition or virtual machine. For the 1.2 release, this has to be based on NPIV disks via the virtualized server and using virtual networks. Then you're going to install your operating system. That would be, you have to check the prereqs for the current levels of AIX, Red Hat or SUSE. Then you do your regular post-install setup and set up any applications that you want to capture. Once you think you're ready to do a capture, here's a little checklist of things just to make you think through what's going on. Good to get the time, date and time zone right just once, then you'll be right for every deploy. Same with the IP addresses and host names. Clear out any of those junk files in /temp or old and large logs that you don't really want copies of. Set up your file systems as sensible sizes, no point in adjusting those just after the deploy. Remove any old user accounts or unused applications and tools. I always get caught out with a ulimit, so check what that's set to. Do any upgrade of your operating system so it's got the latest fixes. You just do that once and you'll deploy the new versions. Install generally useful tools, perhaps a little toolbox of things you like to have on your machine. Make sure you know that root password. Do a clean reboot just to make sure it's nice and clean and it works first time. Well, the actual capture is the easy bit. I found the best place is the PowerVC manual pages for the details of what to do here. That big file name at the top is actually on your PowerVC server, so you can go and get that file. It's only 10 megabytes or so, so you'll pop that down onto your client that you're about to capture. To install, you just untar that, then you'll find a directory full of the files. On AIX, we do an export of that Java home, and then we just run this install script in here. For Linux, a little bit more complicated. There's a couple of things you have to do for Red Hat and SUSE so that it can sort out the disk names when it boots back up. Then you're going to do 2 prepare commands in here. I think you only need these if this is the second time you're doing a capture, but it's just worth double checking that that's right. And then you're going to run this final command at the end, the AE shell script with a -R. This will actually sort out a few things and shut your virtual machine down. Then you're ready for the capture. Let's quickly check on the virtual machine we're going to capture. This one here, green 4. You can see it's active and it's okay. These are shut down. It's warning us here that the HMC can't talk to it. Well, it's because it's shut down, so that's okay. When you click on the name in here, we drill in. This all looks okay. Down here a little bit. It's got 2 gigabytes of memory and half a shared CPU. That's a good size. And the disk is just 16 gigs, so that's nice and small. That's what I'm actually after in this case. If this was massive, remember it's going to copy that disk space, so there's no opportunity to make it smaller while we actually deploy a new server. So 16 gig is good for me. Let's actually log on to the machine now. So in my case we have AIX. I'm just checking the level here. It's got the fixes that I want on here. The file systems look about the right sizes for me. I'm going to change to a directory here. I just call it Activation Engine. If we clear, and we can see here is the file that I got from my PowerVC machine. So it's about 10 megabytes. And I've untarred this, and these are the files in here. And we can see AIX install, bit of a giveaway, and here's the Linux install. We're going to run this one. We'll clear the screen and we'll run that command. I previously had to define that. You might have to do that by hand. It's in the red book. Off it goes into the install. Okay, that's it. Let's run those 2 commands. And we'll activate the activation engine. Again, if that Java isn't specified in your environment, then you'll have to do it, add it by hand. And you can see it's automatically taking down the virtual machine. as it's now in the right state to come back up after being cloned. As soon as AX stops, the window will shut down. Oh, there we go. I'm actually waiting now for the green 4 to stop. Let's do a refresh, see if we can pick that up. I checked on the HMC and it did power off the virtual machine pretty quickly. It took a little while for PowerVC to notice, but it's in the shut off state now. So we'll select it and we'll go for capture. It's giving us a warning here that it requires a preparation. Well, that's exactly what we've done, so it's good to continue. If this was a still running virtual machine, although it could capture the disk, it'd have to do disk recovery or file system recovery as it came back up if we captured a running system. Not recommended, and of course it wouldn't go through the activation engine procedure so that it would come up with the same IP addresses, for example. But we're good to go, so let's continue. It's got the details as we saw earlier. It needs a name in here. I prefer to have some information about the operating system inside here, so let's call this demo 1 ARX7 DL3. It will warn you if you put in characters in here. It doesn't like it. I don't think it likes some dots and spaces and things, but I think that should work. Okay, it's giving us a little warning down in here, or information. There's a green tick, so it's often doing that image capture. It'll actually go off to, in my case, the V7000, whatever disks you've got, making a snapshot, as we can see up in here. That will actually happen very quickly. There we go. The V7000 has actually said, okay, I will guarantee that it will be made in the future, and returns pretty quick. And we should be able to now go to images and find it. Here we go. It's all ready to go, so we can click on this and deploy it. So I'll just leave you with the 2 URLs for the Red Book and for the manual pages for the version 1.2. If you like this video, why not click like down below.